What's up, guys? Got the next video in the barn build series. I'd like to show you some progress we have made. Last video I gave you guys a walkthrough the empty barn and what our plans were. Today I'm going to show you how our plans worked out. So this first room, I don't know if you want to call it a room, it's really a stall, but it's 10 foot by 12 foot ish. This is all 2x6 construction. 2x6s are attached to these metal supports, steel posts, using some metal to wood or wood to metal self-tapping screws. All right, and here's what we're using to attach them to the metal struts. 2 3/4 self-drilling wood to metal screws. Every board has at least one on each end holding this up, okay? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards all the way across. And the gap in between is the width of a 2x6, so roughly 1.5 inch gap between each board, and supported with the wood to metal screws. Very long, very strong screws. They weren't cheap, but they work really well. I can climb that, no problem. There's zero give whatsoever. That's just directly into the metal studs. First room, first stall, whatever you want to call it, was intended to be for dogs and cats. Right now, it's currently housing 18 baby chicks. And they're not so baby anymore. They're probably 6 weeks old at this point. I forget exactly, but they're almost big enough to transition into the coop. But dog's food is in here, dog's water is in here, dog's bed is in here, cat food, cat water, all back here on the shelf. Temporary power situation. I understand it doesn't look pretty, guys. This has all happened really fast, and we've just kind of gotten things up and running. We will clean and tidy up as we go here, but cat houses, cat food, cat water, dog feeder, dog water. This door stays open most of the time. We got the baby chicks in there with their heat plate, their food and water's in there. And on to the next section, which is again a 10 foot by 12 foot stall. It's a chicken coop. And we framed it in the same way on the front and the sides. And we just put this top header across here to attach our hardware cloth to, okay? So this is 1/4 inch, I believe this is 1/4 inch hardware cloth. We got it on Amazon. I'll throw a link. It's black, and you really looking head on to it, it doesn't obstruct your view nearly as much as the galvanized stuff does. But open the door here, they've got their grit in there and their oyster shell. They've got an open water source there. They got their feeders here, 2 5-gallon buckets split between them. We can put a 50-pound bag of feed between them, but automatic chicken door there in the back. These are the roosting bars from the old chicken coop, which was a little bit bigger than this. They're in here for now. We don't need this large of a roosting bar. Our chickens literally stay they sleep on the top 2 rails. I'll throw a clip up here at night so you can kind of see how they sleep. And I've got 18 more coming that are gonna be in here, but we still have way more room. So I'm gonna cut this down. Instead of it being there, I'm gonna shrink it back to there to leave this open. Automatic chicken door, they got a new one over there. We framed it in because it's in the metal. We had to cut it into the metal and kind of build a 2x4, actually a 2x3 frame around it. If you're trying to frame anything in one of these buildings, 2x4s are a little too big to get in line with the 3-inch metal supports, but if you get 2x3s, they line up perfectly, so that's a pro tip. We've got our vintage antique nesting boxes. It's a rollout nesting box. Eggs get rolled out here. We can collect them daily. And we've got our large run-in stall here. Now the run-in stall is 20 foot by 12 foot, very large. And we just have shavings in here. We've got a 40-gallon water trough over there. Got kickboards around the outside for this one, okay? That way in case we have any animals in here, we don't want them to kick out the metal walls, so. And then we've got some minerals over there for free access minerals. Using this wheelbarrow to kind of collect some things because, believe it or not, we actually have new animals on the homestead that we haven't told you about yet. But I'm not going to tell you what they are or who they are. I'm not going to show you. We'll save that for a video on its own. But we did add some new animals to the homestead, and that'll be an exciting video all in its own right. We also had to build a monstrous gate across here. These are 5/4 deck boards. I know it sounds funny to say 5/4, but that's what they are. They are weather treated because it does get rained on, but it keeps animals out of the alleyway. Same thing over here. got a gate. Because eventually this one will be another run-in stall. We just haven't built out this whole side hasn't been framed yet. It's just currently storing all of our shit from building out the other side. So it's a lot of storage. We're storing feed over there and some of the bedding over there, some of the scrap lumber, a lot of tools over there still, because we haven't built out that side. We will. So we will put another run-in stall here to mirror this one here. Now, you see an open doorway there. There is a gate out. It's currently open and latched open, so it can't shut in the wind. But that is there, so we can close things in here. And if I bring you into the stall, come in here with that gate latch behind me, we have cow panel cut to a very particular size. Let me show you. Let me do it with my boot. I can push that forward, and I can unlatch this like that. Then this cattle panel come out, can swing it out all the way into this corner, and whatever animals we have in here can sweep them into the corner to check them. We have the vet out, check them over. If we need to treat anything, much easier to work in this size space in the corner than to have access to the whole stall. So something cool we came up with there that seems to work really well. We do have clips of us putting this together. We built this over a weekend during baby's nap time and after bedtime. So just a few hours a day over the course of a weekend, we were able to get all this side framed out for the most part. Some of the final finishing details we did the following weekend. But the chickens are moved in here full time. Their coop's been reworked as a lean-to storage. We've got, let's see if I can show you. We've got a light up there, way up there. It's a high bay LED and lights up the whole barn. We also have a Eero and an Alexa out here. I can say, Alexa, turn barn light on. But some things we've still got to do before it gets too hot is add in some fans. I'm gonna put a couple of oscillating fans. I've got one in the garage right now for our gym, but they're just Amazon. They're the Beaver brand. I think they're 18-inch, but they move a lot of air. And we're gonna put one in the run-in stall and one over there in the dog, cat, baby chick area to kind of blow back and forth. It'll blow across the chicken coop. This whole side should get airflow. But being that this is an open air barn, open alleyway, the barn's never shut, it can't be. There's a constant draft coming through here. Sometimes it's more than others, but even when there's no wind outside, which is very rare here, it's almost always windy, there's at least some kind of a breeze coming through here. And most importantly, there's shade. And being that it's a dirt floor, that helps out a lot too. It's always significantly cooler inside the barn than it is outside in the sun. So it's been really good. We're happy with it so far. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Happy to answer them. We're no experts here on how we did this, but we made it happen. We figured it out, and I tell you what, it's working. And it's a little messy, but it's been messy for a couple of months. And I've been like thinking to myself, oh, well, I'll need to wait till we get it all cleaned up and it's show ready to make a video about it. But you know what? I'm not doing it because it'll never be perfect. And I don't want to, it's hard for me to not show things when they're perfect. I want to show them in their best light, but the reality of it is, this is life. Sometimes it's messy, and it just is what it is. All right, well, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Later.